I repeat, Buhari has backed out from supporting Tinubu and APC. Yesterday, the APC had a convention at the State House in Abuja, Aso Rock, and Buhari was nowhere, not even his shadow was found in that convention. And in a surprising revelation, we saw Buhari with a leader of the coalition group that is currently being formed. What does this mean? It simply tells you that the North are doing everything in their capacity to ensure that this man called Tinubu does not complete his 8 years. Who the coalition leader that Buhari is supporting is how I know that Buhari will fail. Because the person that I saw him with was Atiku today. They were in a mosque, they prayed, and they discussed afterwards. The other news that I am going to tell you is about the Middle Belt. The Middle Belt are another bone in the throat for Peter Obi. But we know that Peter Obi has been working in consonance in forming a coalition. Peter Obi, El-Rufai, and Atiku, the four of them, right? They're trying to form a coalition. And the Middle Belters are saying, even if Atiku drops or he steps down for Peter Obi, as expected, that if a Peter Obi makes El-Rufai his vice, that they would rather vote a Tinubu. You see, this bigotry, this sentiment of ethnicity, because the Middle Belters who are now saying that the Igbos are trying to throw them under the bus if they take El-Rufai. I have a video that I'm going to play to you. It's an audio leak. An audio leak from Middle Belters on the street while they were interrogating that if a Peter Obi tries to nominate El-Rufai as his vice, that they would rather vote for a Tinubu. But let me ask the Middle Belters, enough of the threat. You cannot keep threatening Peter Obi. Let me tell you, a Peter Obi got votes from the Southwest. He got votes from the Middle Belt, agreed. But he got more votes from even the South and Southeast. The same Middle Belt, since Father Alia became the governor of Benue State, there's this high level of animosity. There's this this hatred. The Middle Belt advocates that are threatening a Peter Obi now that he must not run a ticket or an El-Rufai must not be his running mate, they never spoke up when Father Alia gave a Peter Obi warning that don't come into my state. If you come into my state, I cannot guarantee you, you might get killed, get shot. You are not welcome in Benue State. None of them spoke anything about it. And the people who are making the loudest noise are the people of Benue. They're followed by some people in Plateau. However, those that are making the greatest noise here are the Benue, the Makurdi people. We must begin to understand that the Northerners do not do this nonsense. Whereby some Middle Belters, we have this sentiment sometimes even in the South. You know, whereby we start saying that, now my brother make it dead there. No, they not do that, but the North will always, no matter what, that will get them through. When Oshibanjo was made the running mate of Buhari, there were so many clerics, Islamic clerics, they are telling that, why will a Buhari be running with a kafir that is running with a pagan? That in fact, he didn't even go with an ordinary Christian. He is running with a pastor of Redeemed Church. This was what the fans, they call them Buharis. These were the campaigns they were saying initially. But Buhari told them, guys, listen, we have to win election. And when we get there, I will carry out my agenda. And indeed, he carried out his agenda. So that notion that the Middle Belters are crying wolves, crying like a babies, and are trying to condition a Peter Obi. If a Peter Obi needs to work with Shegumi, he needs to work with Shegumi to get into that position, I'm not going to go against it. I'm not going to go against it. Because the president is the one that dictates what happened, not the vice. We felt that when Oshibanjo will get there, anything corruption, they will fight against it. Was Oshibanjo not at a point in time alleged with traders' money scam? Was he not? So you, as middle belters, if you are afraid that Rufai might assassinate the Peter Obi, or he might, isn't that no? That is not the bone of contention here. When Tinubu, let's use him as a case study. When Tinubu wanted to run, Tinubu chose a Shetima, an extremist. Everybody knew Shetima as an Islamic extremist. Not my words, these are the words on the street of Nigeria. When that time everybody was scared, everybody were, Shetima will, did not know what they are doing. They intentionally chose a Tinubu that will not last more than 1-2 years. But today, what is the story? Today, Shetima has been turned to an ice cream boy in the Aso Rock. Shetima is a ghost of himself. No say, no rights, no power. He's just a photo boy. Right? So the middle belt must make sure they grow out of this fear. Right? They must ensure that they outgrow and stay away from the fear. Your agenda is a Peter Obi must be leading the coalition. At least for the southern agenda to be achieved, still a Peter Obi must be leading the coalition. So all those ones that Atiku was doing today, well, I cannot guarantee if Atiku will run. But one thing is sure for me, that Buhari has backed out of APC. Buhari, who controls a very large chunk of court followers in the north. And for me, the person that I believe has the capacity to inherit those followers, because I spend my time with the northerners. Okay, I spend my time with them because I also speak North. I speak Hausa. So, and I used to ask them, I used to question them that between El-Rufai and Kwankwaso, who do you think will hold the future of the North? They said it is definitely El-Rufai. I said, And then I asked them again, who do you think will inherit these court followers of Buhari? They told me that the person who is closer to Buhari, as far as they are concerned, is El-Rufai. That Kwankwaso is nowhere near. And by the way, Kwankwaso has his own court followers, which is true. And if you look at the trajectory of El-Rufai kind of have the characteristics of Buhari, even better characteristics. Are you with me? Are you talking about their religion? Are you talking about the way they carry themselves? Right? And he understands the language of the North. There's a serious problem in APC. And I know that very soon APC will implode. Because they cannot continue to hold us to ransom. But for this coalition to work, it has to be a coalition that supports the southern agenda. There's no Nigerian living in Nigeria that will tell you that Tinubu is doing well. Nobody, unless you are a Yahoo boy or you are a political machinery, or you are just within the corridors of powers and you have some crumbs falling over on your table. Nobody will tell you that they are enjoying it. Oh, maybe those that might be enjoying it are the importers. Possibly, maybe they are the one enjoying it. But as for me, I'm not in any way enjoying it. And I don't think you, if you are living in Nigeria, I don't think you are enjoying it. Everybody complains. They said that the import duty have been increased. Everything, there's no more Okada 100 naira. Now Okada, the more Okada you find is 300. Spaghetti is now almost 1,005. Indomie is Indomie that we used to buy 30 naira is now 300. There's no egg of 100 naira again. The minimum egg you find is 250 naira. And you are telling me not to support a coalition that will kick this man out. If a Buhari comes out tomorrow and say it openly that I am supporting a Peter Obi to complete its 8 years. Peter Obi has won the election. There's no argument. He has won the election. But I know Buhari is a man of wisdom. The first step he has taken is he didn't show up in the APC convention. Simply means he did not vote. He was not among those that vote of confidence for Tinubu to run for second term. You understand? He wasn't there. El-Rufai wasn't there. Right? So many northern oligarchs, hegemonies, and even in Southwest, the likes of Aregbesola, all of them, they were not there. Osinbajo was not there. All those ones these are top-ranking political figures. And all of them, they passed a vote of no confidence. Buhari passed a vote of no confidence against Tinubu, supporting the leader of the new coalition. Let us listen to what Tinubu has to say.
To those that hate El-Rufai, politics, I don't think you hate El-Rufai more than me. If you go through my timeline, after 2023 election, I don't want to even use IC El-Rufai. Reasons. Everything people say about him is true. Everything. Does he have powers to stop the killings in Southern Kaduna? Yes. Because since Obasani took over, yes, there have been changes. Can El-Rufai do something when he was in power? Yes. Did I hate him for that? I hate him. But in politics, hatred is something you keep aside. Why are we doing this? Today, Daniel Buhala is working with Tinubu. He's the spokesperson of the presidency. He get anything where Daniel Buhala no use Tinubu talk? See, the only place I'm going to have problem with Peter Obi is if the way he is saying that he's an experienced politician, and he listens to most of us that are using our emotion in this platform, and those that are bigots, that are just pretending to be neutral when they are bigots. When in one way or the other their leg is inside this government, they want to see this government finish their 8 years. So what do those individuals do? They will come gaslight you, tell you reasons why El-Rufai you should not accept anything that has to do with the same people. Why government? There's no way in the world. Everybody is needed. If you follow America, I'm a Trump supporter. If you listen to what the vice president of the US said about the president of the US today, the person he's working with, if you listen to what he said about Donald Trump, you as somebody that uses your emotion will never even dream of using him as VP. But politics is all about winning. Your reform is useless if you are not in office. Whatever thing you're preaching as an obedient is simply useless. You're wasting your time. If the person you want is not in office to implement those policies. So what am I saying? You cannot be against El-Rufai and you want Peter Obi to be presidency. You are lying to yourself. Politics is something that if you want to win an election, both the crook and the innocent will come together. Everybody has a role to play for an election. Election, they need people where they get. They need people where they come. They need those that can speak. Everything is needed. Nasir El-Rufai is an extremist. And most of us that grew up in the north know what somebody like El-Rufai can do. The message he can pass when he starts campaigning for your Peter Obi. We have huge numbers that will listen to him. One of the issues we had with Dati, I love Dati, but that is not rugged enough to eat the main nut, the core nut deep. Erofai has it, and you must acknowledge that. Unless you want to pander to APC and their gaslight.
Through our Renew Hope agenda, our administration pledged to tackle economic instability, improve security nationwide, reduce corruption, reform governance, and lift our people out of poverty. How fast will you have reconstructed this country? If you allow the arbitrage in the exchange rates to continue, that is the grandmother, father of corruption.
Part of the factors were the fact that he had actors, obviously, like governors, House of Rep members, senators, local governments, and all that in his favor, which kind of contributed, and people that dropped some sort of money. Now, how many of those governors, House of Rep members, senators are still in good terms with him? The current governor of Adamawa doesn't have a good relationship with him again. Whether you want to accept it or not, there is a role some of these actors, most of these actors play in your performance in your state. I cannot sit down and say, like Aki said, a reasonable thing to do is you don't seek to lose your voting block and say you want to start penetrating when you cannot secure the ones you have. You want to lose part of what you have, and you are not even sure to the place you are thinking you want to go and penetrate. What sort of sense is that? It's not making sense to me. It's okay. Yes, coalition is accepted. For me, I am in support of coalition. But one, who is leading that coalition? The person you're saying, okay, you should spearhead, we should spearhead. What was his numbers? What was his performance in the last election or previous elections? If you were a sitting governor, you could not do anything. Now that you are an incumbent, you have left the seat. And even the current governor of Kaduna State, they are not at peace. You don't have a good relationship in such a way that probably could do something for you. So what exactly are you bringing on the table? Because I don't get. Now, there is also a bias. Now, whether we want to accept or not, regionally, there is this thing that happens in Nigeria. People we believe in this rotation system. Oh, it's turn of the north, turn of the south. Whether you want to form educated and all that, it still has a major play in the politics of Nigeria. Most Southerners believe it is their turn, that our Northerners have done 8 years and they should complete 8 years. We are better be truthful to ourselves. We are here on Spaces speaking English. Go to the grassroots. Go and speak with people, especially people from the South. They have that bias already that yes, they must complete that 8 years. So you think an article coming will inspire people to come out, youth, our generation? Go check the percentage of INEC released numbers. That was, I think, 2024. I can't remember the voting percentage. 70% was youth. So how many youths do you think you will just inspire and they will canvass for votes, they will go to grassroots, registering people and all that, and they will stay under the sun to vote and also defend their votes? Some days ago, or like last week, my dad called me. He was one of those that really liked to be his old man. I said, I heard this just about Obi and all that. Is it that he has accepted VP? If he has, he's not going to stress himself on election day. This is someone over 70. He said he's not going to bother himself like 2023. You had better leave Twitter and social media. Go to streets, grassroots, go and hear what people are saying. If you make that mistake, you don't know, because it's not just the coalition, who is leading it, who is deputizing it. And you are talking about Herify. The videos are here, even on Twitter, where he has spoken in Hausa language, where he spoke about Muslims and all that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I just want to get where you draw the line, because
So where I draw the line,
I'm sorry.
okay, where I draw the line is one.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, where I draw the line is one. The person who is leading the coalition is very important for me. Do I believe in coalition? Yes. Who is leading it? Who is deputizing it? Then the whole RFI thing that they are saying to me is overrated. If you when you had the power, you could not pull the numbers, you could not win it. So what exactly are you going to do now when you are off the seat?
Okay, my what I wanted to ask is that because we've had people who said even if Erufai is not deputy, the fact say he is even part of this coalition already is already smelling to them, and they will not support it. Are you in that school of thought as well, or your own concern is he must not shall be on the ballot?
My own. If you want, if that's the case, if people are agitating that, oh, they don't want him, he could stay low key and still work. Coalition is because even the current APC that is on power, it was coalition. They had to come together. If any of each party go into 2027, none will win. Let's be very truthful here. It's not going to be easy. But saying that you must be deputy, this one, you people should go and sit down. What was his numbers? We'll start rolling out figures for you guys now. It's like you people forgot that there was an election 2023. Bring out Cardinal State's figures and stop overrating him.
Thank you very much, Prinzella. Chidi, please go on.
Is it chief or chief? Which one?
Chidi.
Yeah, give me 1 minute.
Error. Chief, go on.
Okay. Deji, finally, you see me. Uh, good evening, abi good afternoon to Nigerians. First, I beg, I don't want anybody to interject me because I was quiet while when I finish. If I have any question, you ask. First, if Erufai, Peter Obi, Atiku, and other well-meaning Nigeria that wants Nigeria to work did not come together 2027, Tinubu will still remain in power. In 2031, he will also remain in power because even if he comes down, he will still put somebody that will continue from where he stopped. Now,